of the world on global business. We'll also take the time to look at issues affecting businesses in the southeastern part of Nigeria on the Eastern Business Report. Finally, activities and conversations from around the market will come to you on Afia. The Afia Business Morning takes center stage every weekday 10 a.m. to 12 noon. My name is Ubong Kings. Welcome to the Afia Business Morning. Trading on the floors of the Nigerian exchange is open today. The exchange in London opened an hour ago. The New York exchange is yet to open, while in China opening bells went off at 2 a.m. local time. Welcome to Opening Bell. First, we'll take a quick look at some business news stories making the rounds. We want to start from the continental economy, where it's reported that a Danish firm is targeting solar boost in Zimbabwe. Story has it that Zimbabweans have been experiencing blackouts for up to 18 hours a day in recent months. The immediate cause of load shedding in Zimbabwe is the regional drought that has caused the Kariba Dam to operate at well below full capacity. And moving away from that, let's go to stories from the global economy, where it's reported a Chinese prototype jet completes test at Mach 4. And is set to cut travel to New York in just 2 hours. The Chinese aerospace company has completed a successful test flight of a prototype for a supersonic commercial transport plane that aims to travel at Mach 4, which is twice as fast as the retired Concorde. Details of these stories and more will come to you on the segment Global Business. And away from that, let's move on straight to the floors of our featured exchanges this morning, and we'll start on the floors of the Nigerian Stock Exchange, where the NGX all-share indexes at yesterday closed on the low, falling by 0.38% to close at 97,651.25 points. It may interest you to know that a total of 536,787,171 shares valued at 10,993,196 naira 88 kobo were traded across 9,053 deals, with equity capitalization of 59,171,509,931,202 naira 16 kobo. Now let's take a look at the biggest gainers and losers of the day. The biggest gainer of the day was Sonu Assure, which rose by 10%. Other gainers were Unicel, UPL, Cornerstone Insurance and Prestige. However, on the other hand, Veritas Cap topped the losers list with a decline of 10%. Other losers were the likes of Aratel, NSL Tech, RT Briscoe, and Beta Glass. We'll go on a quick break. When we return, we'll be taking a look at activities from other selected exchanges. I'm talking about the likes of the New York Stock Exchange, the London Stock Exchange, the Chinese Stock Exchange, which of course comprises the Shenzhen and Shanghai exchanges. The Afia Business Morning and indeed Opening Bell. We'll be right back after this time out. Stay tuned. It's good to have you rejoin us, and you're watching the Open Bank segment of the Afia Business Morning. And moving on straight to the floors of the New York Stock Exchange, where reportedly all dips in index values across the board. The NYC Composite DJ is down at 0.71%. The NYC US 100 index is also down at 0.36%. Dow Jones Industrial Average down 1.02%. S&P 500 index is down 1.60%. NYC FANG TM index is down 2.63%. Nasdaq Composite is down 2.39%. The Nasdaq 100 is down 2.02%. Anyway, from there, let's go to Britain now. The London Stock Exchange is our next point of call. It's also all dips in index values across the board. FTSE 100 is down 0.89%. FTSE 250 is down 1.86%, FTSE 350 down 1.11%, and the FTSE All Share Index is also down 1.12%. And away from that, let's go to Asia, stopping off at the exchange at China. Shenzhen is our first point of call. It's all rises in index values across the board. Shenzhen Component Index is up at 0.57%. SZSE Composite Index is up 0.92%. China's index is also up at 0.60%. But the question is, will this be the same order of events at Shanghai? Let's go. Shanghai, well, almost the same order of events, except to SSE 50 index, which is down at 0.06%. The SSE Composite Index is up at 0.42%. The Star 50 Index is up 1.11%. The SSE 180 Index is up 0.03%. The SSE 380 Index is up 0.66%. And the CSI 300 Index is also up at 0.04%. We'll go on another break, and when we come back, we'll be taking a look at commodity prices as well as a consumer price watch in the open market. You may want to follow this program. Join in on the conversation on our dedicated Afia Business YouTube channel. Kindly type in the search bar at www.youtube.com/Afia Business. And while you're there, remember you should subscribe so you get notifications on all business-related content coming to you from Afia TV. You can also, by the way, join us on Instagram at Afia Business _ to be part of our social media community. The Afia Business Morning and indeed Opening Bell will be right back after this timeout. Stay tuned. name is Ubong Kings.
I am Marvelous Akwamaga.
I am Chioma Okbala.
My name is Ifunaya Ndule, but I'm living in market speaking.
Yeah, welcome back, and I am Ubong Kings. It's still the Afia Business Morning, and you are watching Opening Bell right here on Afia TV. It's time to check in on commodity prices, and we will begin with precious metals, where incidentally it's downward movement for gold today, and indeed all precious metals on the chart this morning. Gold is down 1.88%. Silver is also down whooping 3.46%. Platinum is down also at 2.45%. Palladium is down 1.68%. Away from that, let's take a look at energy now. Energy, well, it's a mixture of rises and dips in index values across board, with more of rises actually than dips. Let's start with the dips. Natural gas is down at 4.08%. Coal is down at 1.04%. Oil bonylite is down 2.84%. However, ethanol is up 0.96%. Oil Brent is up 0.98%. Brass River and Kwaibo both up at 1.76%. Now let's take a look at industrial metals. Industrial metals, well, the same, but this time around more of dips than rises in index values across. But as a matter of fact, it's just the commodities upward as lead and nickel, which are both up at 0.48%. and 0.70% respectively. However, aluminum is down at 1.73%. Iron ore, copper both down at 0.01% and 0.34% respectively. Zinc and tin also down at 0.28% and 0.97% respectively. You are still watching the Afia Business Morning, and this is, well, the opening bell segment. You may want to follow this program, join in on the conversation on our dedicated Afia Business YouTube channel by kindly typing in the search bar www.youtube.com/Afia Business. Remember, you should subscribe so you get notifications on all business-related content coming to you from Afia TV. You can also follow us on Instagram at Afia Business _ just so that you'll be part of our social media community. Up next, we'll be taking a look at the hikes and prices of food commodities in the open market, as well as the hikes in fuel prices. And on that note, I'll see you on Monday on the opening bell when the exchanges reopen for trading. The Afia Business Morning. We'll be right back with the global business segment. Stay tuned. My name is Ubong Kings. See you in a bit.
Introducing Obuzo.
Afia TV's early Christmas gift to businesses in Southeast Nigeria. With Obuzo, Afia TV is empowering local entrepreneurs with 1 billion naira advertising grants, helping you reach a global audience on DSTV, GoTV, and Afia Radio. For more information, visit www.afiatv.net/Obuzo or visit the SME Center in your state.
Obuzo, catalyzing economic growth in Southeast Nigeria.
My name is Ubon Kings.
I am Marvelous Afia.
I am Chioma Okpala.
My name na Ifunaya Ndule, but I'm living in market speaking.
Looking to grow your business? At Afia TV, we've got just what you need. With our various on-screen advertising options like spacebags, lower third, sidebars, right in front of your audience. With our lower third, your brand messages appear during the most viewed programs on TV, allowing your audience to see your message without interrupting their TV experience. Now, if you want to go big, our spacebar is ideal because it puts your brand messages on spotlight without interrupting viewers' experience. With our sidebars, your brand messages also takes the spotlight on our screen, ensuring brand exposure. These advertising options are affordable, effective, and designed to drive results. Get started today and watch your business shoot up. For more inquiries, call the numbers on your screen.
The Afia Business Morning.
Join me every weekday on the Afia Business Morning as we bring to you a trilogy of business segments. The opening bell where we see activities from our select stock exchanges. The global business where we bring you up to speed on business activities making the rounds all over the world. And we bring the conversation home on the segment Eastern Business Reports as we discuss business activities and issues bedeviling businesses in the Southeast region. My name is Ubon Kings. Join the Afia Business Morning every weekday 10 a.m. to 12 noon. Exclusive to Afia TV on DSTV channel 254 and Go TV channel 17. The Afia Business Morning. Business unusual.
Thank you for rejoining me on the Afia Business Morning. Welcome to Global Business. Here we'll be taking a look at business news stories around the continent of Africa and indeed the rest of the world. My name is Ubon Kings. Here are the headlines that we are tracking at the moment. We started off from business news stories in Africa, where it's reported that, well, Zimbabwe is in the news as Danish firm targets solar boost in Zimbabwe. And outside Africa now, Chinese prototype jet completes test at Mach 4, and they are set out to cut travel to 2 hours. And away from that, Toyota to invest $3.3 billion on development of AI platform. We'll bring you details of these news stories and more right after this timeout. Please stay. Welcome back, and you're watching Global Business right here on the Afia Business Morning, and we will begin with business stories from Africa, where it's reported that Zimbabweans have been experiencing blackouts for up to 18 hours a day in recent months. The immediate cause of load shedding in Zimbabwe is the regional drought that has caused the Kariba Dam on the Zambezi River, which also supplies power to neighboring Zambia, to operate at well below full capacity. But the crisis also reflects years of underinvestment in energy infrastructure. Aside from the Kariba Dam, the country is largely reliant on a handful of aging coal-fired power stations and is forced to use scarce foreign currency to import electricity from neighboring countries. Now, if you ask me this story, well, this is pretty much another case of suffering in the midst of plenty. Zimbabwe, on one hand, is blessed with longer hours of sunlight and, by extension, the potential for solar energy cultivation, right? On the other hand, there is also supply of coal, right? But then the story has it that people have been enduring up to 18 hours of blackout. Yes, we agree that maybe plans are underway, courtesy Re-Energy Solar, that are planning to actually bring in about 100 megawatts of solar facility in the country, which they believe that this solar power can provide a large part of the solution. Anyway, we'll see how all of that eventually pans out, because yes, indeed, it's high time African countries began to look inwards like China is doing in recent times. Moving on to other business stories, and this time still from the continent of Africa, where it's reported that South Africa's Antitrust Tribunal has blocked Vodacom Group Limited's 13.2 billion rand acquisition of a stake in Remgrows Limited, fiber expansion business, where the Competition Commission, which is the country's antitrust regulator, initially cast doubt on the deal last year by recommending that the Competition Tribunal reject the transaction. However, in response to the tribunal's decision, Vodacom recently stated that it will review the detailed reasons for the prohibition before exploring available options, including a possible appeal to the Competition Appeal Court, as Remgro, in a separate statement, noted that it is also evaluating all alternatives available in response to the tribunal's decision. Now, let's put this in perspective. One would think that doing business in South Africa may really be a walk in the park. Well, that's not so. It is not. I say so because as a year ago, Remgro Limited described the South Africa operating environment as the toughest in its memory. And this is put together by an SABC report that they put together. Let's check it out real quickly.
Results presentation platforms have increasingly been used to raise the issue of the structural impediments that bedevil South Africa, and therefore the companies themselves in their ability to operate optimally. Remgro CEO did not mince his words about how bad the situation has become.
I don't have to teach you or tell you exactly how tough it's been. It's probably in one of the toughest periods I've experienced in my 30-plus year working career. I mean, various factors. We talked about load shedding, infrastructure collapse in South Africa, inflation, economic growth, the global supply chain disruptions. All of these things has make it a very, very tough environment.
Remgro noted that there hasn't been any real effective economic growth since 2013, which has been negative for local businesses. And now, with a lack of electricity and dysfunctional municipalities like many other companies, Remgro indicated that it's had to get the work of government done just to ensure that its businesses keep running.
We're fixing sometimes our own water infrastructure. We're fixing sometimes the municipality substation just to keep operating. So the factories keep operating, and I think I must congratulate my team and the management teams that in a very, very difficult and constrained environment with collapsing infrastructure, we're managing to keep our companies afloat and going forward.
Duron said the company's positive outcomes were possible through the improved performance of some of its underlying companies, including the likes of Hospital Group, Mediclinic and insurer Outsurance. He also stressed the importance of managing controllable factors like cost efficiencies to better ensure profitability. Remgro also indicated that it had invested in renewable energy initiatives in the companies it's invested in.
Oh well, we'll see how all of that pans out eventually, because this deliberation is still on the table, as it were. So, well, we'll just keep our fingers crossed and see how it turns out eventually. You're still watching Global Business right here on the Afia Business Morning on Afia TV. Kindly join the conversation watching live as well right now on our dedicated Afia Business YouTube channel. Kindly type in the search bar www.youtube.com/@Afia Business. While you're there, remember you could subscribe for all notifications on business-related content coming to you from Afia TV. You can also, by the way, join us on socials. Follow us on Instagram with the handle @AfiaBusiness_ to be part of our social media community. Up next will be more business news stories from the automobile world and other news after this time out. Stay tuned. My name is Ubon Kings.
I am Marvelous Apamaga.
I am Chioma Akbala. My name na Ifunaya Ndule, but I'm living in a market pikin.
Yeah, welcome back to the Afia Business Morning right here on Afia TV. You're watching Global Business. Now to the rest of our stories. And we're moving to the world of, tech. Well, it's reported that Toyota Motor and Nippon Telegraph and Telephone entity is to invest $3.27 billion by 2030 into an infrastructure and software platform using artificial intelligence AI in order to reduce traffic accidents, as they plan to develop a mobility AI platform that uses it. Meanwhile, the firms are targeting having a working system ready by 2028 and thereby providing it to other automakers, aiming for a widespread adoption from 2030 onwards. Now, if you ask me from my standpoint, this is great partnership here, and the purpose of this partnership is clearly detailed in one of the paragraphs there, which is to reduce traffic accidents using AI. Now the question really is, have you ever considered the workflow of a Toyota vehicle, creating a Toyota vehicle using generative AI? Now before we look at that, let's analyze something here. Now you're creating AI that could help prevent accidents, and remember, this is the future of technology all over the world. AI, everybody's talking AI, everybody's talking AI. And the question really is, how do you apply that to the area of business where you find yourself? That's a key and critical question we want to ask ourselves as Nigerians. And away from that, let's take a look at the workflow. Simplified workflow is a lot more complex than that. A simplified workflow of using generative AI to create a Toyota vehicle. Of course, this is brought to us by Toyota themselves. Let's take a look. Exactly how it's done. As a matter of fact, it may interest you to know that, well, this is just a how do I call it, a compressed version of the whole process. And then again, it's easy. Yeah, that's the truth of the matter. Once you know the codes and what to put in, it makes work a lot easier. And moving on from that story, moving on to other stories making the rounds, and in an attempt to end this bulletin, it's reported that the Chinese aerospace company has completed a successful test flight of a prototype for its supersonic commercial transport plane that aims to travel at Mach 4, which is twice as fast as the retired Concorde. Furthermore, the company stated it plans to conduct an additional assessment of its engine technology in November as they aim to have a full-size supersonic passenger jet ready for its maiden flight in 2027. However, the planned aircraft designed for extreme speed is expected to reduce travel time from Beijing to New York to about just 2 hours, with the cruising speed surpassing 4 times the speed of sound. Now, let's look at this issue, or this story rather, not an issue per se. Now, the crux of the matter is this, I see it in the last paragraph, that the planned aircraft is designed for extreme speed and expected to reduce travel time from Beijing. Hold up. Beijing is somewhere in China, the Asian continent, to New York, somewhere, of course, part of the European Union, in the Americas, in America, US, United States of America, right there. 2 hours. I mean, it's like saying you're traveling from Enugu here to, I want to use Abakaliki, which is the closest. Let's just use Abakaliki. Okay, no, let's not use it. Let's say somewhere, Apipo, for instance. Okay, let's use that, right? That's majorly almost what it is like. That duration of time, just 2 hours. And it has a cruising speed that is 4 times the speed of sound. Now, and a lot of persons think that China is slowing down in the light of the EU imposed sanctions on the Chinese-made electric vehicles. Companies and semiconductors, calm down. You're wrong, actually. Now, the truth of the matter is China is now looking inward to do their thing. And you see a whole lot more of this kind of developments in subsequent days and weeks and months as the time goes on. Anyway, South China Morning Post actually took out the time to share more about this aircraft. Let's take a look real quick. With the story as well as other stories as they unfold, and keep you in the loop just so you stay informed. And talking about staying informed, people want to get to authenticate the Afia Business YouTube channel, and you can also watch it live there at www.youtube.com/Afia Business. And while you're there, do to hit the like button. Remember, you should also subscribe rather, so you get notifications on all business related content coming to you from Afia TV. You can also join us on socials, Instagram more specifically, with the handle at Afia Business _ to be part of our social media community. You're still watching the Afia Business Morning here on Afia TV. Coming up next will be a conversation, or better say a compilation of conversations that we've had in the course of the week on the Eastern Business Report, and a special conversation we had also on the global business segment of the Afia Business Morning. I'll take a short break. When we come back, it will be time for the Eastern Business Report. My name is Ubong Kings. Stay tuned. My name is Ubon Kings.
I am Marvelous Apamaga.
I am Chioma Okpala. My name na Ifunaya Ndule, but I'm living in our market begin.
Looking to grow your business? At Afia TV, we've got just what you need. With our various on-screen advertising options like squeeze bags, lower third, sidebars, right in front of your audience. With our lower third, your brand messages appear during the most viewed programs on TV, allowing your audience to see your message without interrupting their TV experience. Now, if you want to go big, our squeeze bag is ideal because it puts your brand messages on spotlight without interrupting viewers' experience. With our sidebars, your brand messages also takes the spotlight on our screen, ensuring brand exposure. These advertising options are affordable, effective, and designed to drive results. Get started today and watch your business shoot up. For more inquiries, call the numbers on your screen.
The Afia Business Morning. Join me every weekday on the Afia Business Morning as we bring to you a trilogy of business segments. The opening bell where we see activities from our select stock exchanges. The global business where we bring you up to speed on business activities, making the rounds all over the world. And we bring the conversation home on the segment Eastern Business Reports as we discuss business activities and issues bedeviling businesses in the Southeast region. My name is Ubon Kings. Join the Afia Business Morning every weekday 10 a.m. to 12 noon. Exclusive to Afia TV on DSTV channel 254 and GoTV channel 17. The Afia Business Morning. Business unusual.
Good to have you join us on the Eastern Business Report. And just so you know, we'll be looking at developing stories and conversations we've had in the past week. And I'm just going to take you through all these conversations one after the other, day after day, just so you have a feel of things that happened here on the Eastern Business Report and generally on the Afia Business Morning more specifically. And on one day, I was opportune to play host to Vera Chidima, who happened to be the manager of brand and business development Afia. And we took out the time to look at the Obuzo phenomenon, which of course happened to be the 1 billion naira advertisement grant that Afia TV is making available to budding businesses within the Southeast. Let's take a look at excerpts from that session.
From here across the world. It's one of Afia's vision, not just to tell stories from this region, but also to position and to promote business voices from here across the world, from Nigeria, from Southeastern Nigeria, and then across the world, because the Southeastern region is like the economic hub of this nation. Right. But we are not utilizing the opportunity very well because of our lack of presence of media. So the drive is to push these businesses out there, to get them to be known and to attract possible investors, collaborations, and then give them the visibility they need to grow their business and to catalyze economic growth. One of the part of Obuzo is to run different seminars and workshops to teach these business owners the value of media advertising, the value of TV and radio advertising. Right. And then we've already started that by what we call How Market. So How Market has been in run for a year now. So what How Market does is to go to businesses, have you advertise your business on TV for 1 minute. You talk about, you sell your product, and with that, a lot of people have gotten testimonies like, they've gotten more clients, they've gotten more calls and all that. So So that is one thing we are using. But for Obuzo, we are not just giving them the adverts, we are also teaching them the value, what it means, what it's going to do to their business, so that they appreciate what we are offering more. So it's a sensitization process. We are giving you the incentive, the grant. We're also teaching you to understand the value of what we are offering, so that once you use it, you see the value and you get to appreciate it more. Every business that is registered in Southeast, so if you're operating from Southeastern region, you are eligible to participate. And then if you're genuine, so you have to register, because we are looking at genuine businesses, not just people who scam other people and all that. So there has to be some form of registration, either with CAC or SMIDAN or any other recognized business body, and then you have to run a scalable business. Just as long as you're in Southeast and you're registered, you're entitled to this. Each business stands to get 1 million naira worth of advertising grant. Yes.
Okay.
Okay, let me break that down for you. So with the 1 million naira, what you get are on-screen assets, on-screen advert assets, and then full-screen assets. What that means is you get to advertise your business on Afia TV with a video advert. So we are offering 10 seconds video advert because we want it to be precise and straight to the point, so that people don't lose interest. And then the on-screen assets, for us here in Afia TV, we have the lower third, we have the squeeze backs, and we have the sidebars. So these things are things that would display advertising people's businesses while your favorite shows are going on, so we don't have to interrupt audience experience. So people are watching and they're looking at your advert. So these are the things, but all you have to do is to spread it across these advertising options. 1 million naira for 3 months.
This particular concept that is being brought to us, courtesy, of course, Afia TV. We'll get some other time to discuss more on this, hopefully this coming week, and we'll get to break it down a lot more, so you can be part of it. And for heaven's sake, it's a grant. It's not like you're paying back, So moving on Tuesday, I was delighted to play host to two gentlemen, Pascal Okeke, who is a business growth strategist, and also played host to Zikora Chukwuka, who is the Southeast Project Manager, Nigeria Jubilee Fellow Program. And we took out the time to look at how well has the Southeast keyed into national development programs. And the question really that comes to mind is it that we're less informed or less informed, or what? Let's take a look at excerpts from that session. Right.
They are scared of administrative bureaucracies. They are scared of even signing up on some of these platforms. So this NGFP has made it very simpler. So provided you have a registered business, whether you are a school, you are a real estate company, you are a media house, you are whatever, NGFP is ready to partner with you, right? NGFP is ready to help you boost your productivity. Right. NGFP is ready to help your business grow through funding you with fellows. So what you simply need to do is to go on the NGFP website and apply. Then for those of us that are interested, or for those people that are interested in the 3MTT program, the first cohort has run, the second cohort is running, and for now there is no opening for a new cohort. So it's until then we'll give out the link to register.
We're currently focused on getting businesses on board. So there are already like an existing pool of fellows who have applied, right? Who we are trying to clear up before opening up for new fellows. So while we are currently getting businesses on board, for fellows it's currently on hold until we exhaust fellows we have, then we repeat the process. The fellows are being paid 100,000 naira.
Incredible.
Yeah, for the 12 months period.
And you call that a stipend? Yeah. That particular session is right there on our YouTube, so you may want to be part to find out more about that. But then, still on Tuesday, just so you know, on the Global Business segment, I was opportune to play host, so to speak, to Mrs. Eme Akonde, who is a South Region Director of the Advertising Practitioners Council of Nigeria, APCON. And she took out the time to share her thoughts with reference to advertising, especially here in the Southeast and generally in the country. Let's take a look at excerpts from that session.
You can't just wake up and put up a billboard. No, there are regulations, there are procedures. Before any billboard is put out there, the advert itself must be vetted and approved by the ASP, which is statutory in ACON. It must be vetted. Before any advert is put out there, any advert on radio, TV, press, outdoor, on the social media, there must be an approval. The ASP, that is the Advertising Standards Panel, is the panel that is responsible for vetting of the material. We look at the communication. The communication must be in line with our code. This is our code. This is our working document. Whatever communication you put out there must be in line with this code. Is it legal? Is it honest? Is it decent? You can't just wake up and put out anything there. If you put, there are regulations, it will be clamped down. Broadcast, when the broadcast outfits, we have gatekeepers. Right. They are supposed to be the gatekeepers. The marketing, are the gatekeepers. Before any advert is given to you, first of all check, does this advert have an approval? Right. Before any advert is approved, there's always a certificate of approval. First of all, cite the certificate of approval. If the certificate of approval, if the advert in question has a certificate of approval, then it can go on air. But if it doesn't, as a gatekeeper, the person is supposed to refer such such an agency or advertiser to ACON to get an approval for the material before it is exposed in the media.
Glad to have you rejoin us on the Eastern Business Report. And now we're moving on. We've seen what happened on Monday and Tuesday. Let's move on to Wednesday. Wednesday, I actually played host to Emmanuel Chime, who is a public affairs analyst, and we took out the time to look at Nigeria's perennial power struggle. And this time we narrowed it down to Enugu State, looking at the Enugu's EERC and main power rescue or supposed rescue. And he had quite a number of things to say, and well, we're not going to take it out of his mouth. So let's listen to what Emmanuel Chime had to say in regards to this particular session.
Well, we're not going to see anything different. I mean, from the report right there at background, you see that the Manpower Limited is nothing but a subsidiary of EEDC. So do you not think that their template is going to be different? I think that what Enugu Electricity Regulatory Commission ought to start doing right now is to start issuing more licenses to more interested investors in that industry, power distributors in that industry, now including generators in the industry. Because if you keep talking about 1%, let us kill monopoly in the system. If that monopoly is still there, then we'll keep having the same result. It's not about changing the name. If the only channel or only source where we are getting our power is just from one source, then we'll be at the mercies of that particular source. Whatever the source so wish to tell you, he will tell you. Whatever the source so wish to say, you will say. Whatever the source so wish to do, he will do, and you can't do anything. And the person can always just do whatever. But if you want to get a balanced market indices, let us have monopoly killed. If we can issue licenses to, let's say, 3 or 4 power generation companies in Enugu State or in Southeast, for goodness sake, we're going to get it a bit better. But we have coal here. Our coal mine here, if we can revive it, I hope you're aware that coal is being mined currently, even as we are seated here. But I hope that you know that the mining is not being accounted for. For goodness sake, if we tell ourselves the truth, and we begin to use our coal, use it to generate power, for goodness sake, it will serve Enugu, serve the whole of Southeast. We'll have excess power to make use of in Southeast. For goodness sake, how we're going to generate our own power here is not an issue. Can we have geometric like about 5 of them in Southeast? That'll be serving Southeast, together. You discover that this source is here, this source is here, this source is here, this source is here. You have alternatives. There is no one that will do guy for you. No one will want to just, mismanage you in any way that one so wish to do. No one will do that. But if we're talking about one company to be generating and one company to be transmitting, one company to be distributing, then we are still in trouble. We have not made any headway. We're not going to get it right. Let's talk about kill monopoly.
Well, clearly seeing one thing that was paramount in that particular session was kill monopoly. All right, moving on to other things that we did on the show. On Thursday, I was opportune to play host to Colonel Osigwe, who is the brand communication manager or director, if you may, at Innocent Vehicles Manufacturing. And we took out the time to look at issues around CNG vehicles development and deployment, and the place of the Southeast with reference to whether or not the Southeast is warming up to CNG revolution and patronage of even IVM. Let's see excerpts from that session real quick.
Down the street, the information is not yet clear. People don't even understand. There's a lot of people are still in fear about the use of CNG. Because of a lot of gas explosion. When you talk about cooking gas, people see that CNG as like a cooking gas. You understand? So there is this fear that once you blow up from there is this fear of blowing up your car and nobody will survive. So I'm talking about the layman understanding. So people are still afraid you understand, to convert or to embrace it. You understand. So the National Orientation Agency have a lot of work to do. You understand, to sensitize Nigerians about the need for Nigerians to embrace this technology. Right. You understand. You can see the last time that there was a lot of outcry about another increase on the petroleum. The president just said that people should use CNG. You understand? Yes, that information was correct, but the way it was portrayed, it wasn't a very good PR for the country. You understand? So the government should, through the Minister of Information and also the agency, the National Orientation Agency, you understand, they need to educate Nigerians. You understand, on the need, why it is needful, that this is an idea whose time has come. When in terms of readiness, in terms of capacity, Innocent has been ready and Innocent has the capacity. You understand. But when you are looking at the southeast, like I stated earlier, you understand, they are still, booting or walking up to you. But with special reference to the governor of Anambra State, you understand, because I'm in touch with some of his department and I know the effort that the governor is making. You understand, to ensure that there is that Anambra key into the CNG initiative. I want to urge our Ndibo that they should see how Iko Tuonye doesn't go far, but Igwebike is the ultimate. You understand, we have a lot of companies that are doing made in Nigerian stuff. You understand, so we have no other option than to patronize them to make it stronger. You understand, we have a situation whereby, for example, at Innocent Vehicles, you understand, when you do statistics, you see that majority of the customers comes outside the southeast. It's not really fair. You understand, it's not really fair. So we want our Igbo brothers to, start patronizing their own. You understand, because that's how we are going to build a stronger regional economy.
Oh well, that's it, and this is just basically a summary of all the activities, all the conversations, developing stories, if you may, as well, that we've had on the Afia Business Morning. And well, you may want to see the full episodes of this particular conversations on our dedicated channel on YouTube, business channel that is on YouTube. Go to www.youtube.com/Afia Business. And while you're there, do well to hit the subscribe button just so you get notifications on all business-related content coming to you from Afia TV. And while at that, you may also want to join our social media community by following us on Instagram with the handle @AfiaBusiness_. And that will be the size of the package on the Eastern Business Report this morning. Thank you for your time once, twice, a million more times. Coming up next is Onyafia. My name is Ubong Kings. Good morning.
Good evening to you, viewer, and welcome to Women in Business, a show that profiles women, executives, and even the next door store owner, showcasing Igbo greatness to the world.
I started always obsessed with books ever since I was a child.
The stress of always converting naira to dollar and
an incompetent means an incompetent person.